about the Southwest. Heavy rain could increase the flooding concerns out here, especially for burn scar areas in and around New Mexico. You're looking live at Las Cruces, New Mexico, right over the state line from El Paso, Texas. They're pretty close anyhow. And both cities could be watching for flash flooding, as well as Ruidoso to the north of there, where we've had thousands of acres that we've lost to wildfires in the past several years. And it still takes plenty of time to get that up and growing. So the area of low pressure Britta was just talking about, it's a cutoff low. A reminder, what does that mean? Well, it's not attached to the jet stream, which is way up here. So it's taken its time meandering off of the Pacific, over Mexico, and into the Southwest. Having said that, it taps into another source of moisture, the Gulf of America. So it comes in with Pacific moisture, taps into the Gulf moisture, and it's a cutoff low. So it's moving ever so slowly. And that's the reason, if it was attached to the jet stream, it would be on like a conveyor belt. And
yeah, we could get it in and we could get it out.
But that's not the case, right?
No. It gets to stick around for a while. Also, when Craig was mentioning the different sources of moisture, it also is completely infused into different levels of the atmosphere.
Yes.
So that Pacific moisture is kind of like mid-level, and the Gulf moisture is down at the surface. And so that means that the thunderstorms are fully saturated, and you really get these intense downpours across parts of New Mexico and Texas, where we have dry soil.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, out in West Texas, New Mexico, it's a dry, arid climate. And so you throw in big thunderstorms that are hardly moving, you can flood just with a half an inch of rain. It does not take that much.
No, for sure. We had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier in portions of New Mexico. That has since died. A lot of the energy losing its umph. It's moved over Clovis and closer to Lubbock. Watching that. Same story for here, but as we go through the rest of the day, daytime heating kicks in, moisture's coming through, and to your point, Britta, flash flooding a concern for a good chunk of the state of Texas. We do this again Friday through Saturday. Remember, that storm is ever so slow, and if you watch closely, you'll be able to see the circulation counterclockwise here as these storms pick up throughout the afternoon. There it is right there. And then by 11 o'clock, still heavy rain over portions of I-10 and south of you, so the morning commute could be tricky. Notice it's still there. Hasn't moved. 12 o'clock on Friday finally starts to lift out of here and open up, if you will, and that's what's going to help to get it out of here. But in the meantime, plenty of rounds of rain right through Saturday. How much? Well, when you look at this, you're looking at like, come on, Craig, that's 1 to 2 inches of rain at most. Remember, it's not going to take a lot in these locations to cause localized flooding. And
you throw in topography, you might have some areas that get a little more than 1 to 2 inches of rain. Let's head a little bit farther to the north, where we have severe weather to discuss. A recharge is anticipated. So states like Nebraska, South Dakota, yeah, you guys are right in it. Meanwhile, take a live look at South Dakota, waking up to fog.
Oh.
Yeah, guys, we got a lot of moisture. So once we get past this foggy start, we start to crank up the heat. It's that magic sauce. Here's a look at radar. A couple areas where we have active showers that are kind of falling apart. When thunderstorms collapse and they do fall apart, they become big rainmakers. So thankfully this morning, no flash flood warnings, but those are kind of the things that we look out for in the morning hours. Right now, we have a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. So that northerly zone across the Dakotas, kind of the highlight where we will see the majority of our severe weather reports today.
Yeah, look at the dew points. You talk about the fog out there. Yeah, quite a difference between the drier air and all of the moisture getting fed up. And a lot of this on the back side of that coming off the front, a lot of this will bubble up over portions of the Rockies, drift over the plains. Daytime heating kicks in. You got cold air aloft, and you're in a perfect setup to get these thunderstorms that could tower and produce some big stones, big hailstones. And that's been the concern this whole week.
These areas of low pressure, they tap into some colder air aloft, and then you have the egg-sized hail, really possible closer to the low, which places it right over spots like South Dakota. Here's a look at the timing. Again, not really anticipating much with the morning showers that we're tracking. By 3 p.m., we'll be busy. You get to see some supercell development here in Montana, more of a linear setup here along the front in Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, dragging into Nebraska and Kansas, so maybe some stronger gusty winds there. But all the way through about 10 o'clock, we have thunderstorms that could be severe. After 10, 11 o'clock, I think we'll be good, but then we have to monitor, again, as I mentioned, for flooding concerns. Those thunderstorms, they kind of fall apart, and then they produce a lot of rain. Also, we do have a setup here where we could have training thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening, kind of all working along that front from Nebraska through Iowa. So when you get one thunderstorm followed by another one, it's like a conga line, that can lead to flash flood concerns, too.
Yeah, you get just a short break and the next one comes in. Also watching some of the river streams and creeks, the bright greens that you see would be flood warnings for some of those waterways, but the flood watch that you look for widespread for the good chunk of the 2 states there. Tomorrow, how about this? It's shifting just a little farther east, but to your point, look at that line where we'll see these storms develop over and over again from La Crosse back to Kearney. The level 1 goes all the way to portions of Michigan, and you can't let your guard down with the level 1 threat. You can see some gusty winds out of these storms. We're going into Friday. How many of you are planning to get away for the weekend with the kids? You got the camper trailer, the boat, watching for some gusty winds here.
Yeah, right over Omaha.
Yeah.
Big population center. Looking out for strong winds this weekend.